Ooh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dan in the building, man. With Let That Be Known Sports, man. On a special Sunday, man. It's always special when we get the dub. And that's exactly what the Cowboys did, man. 44-22 over the Commanders, man. We're here to talk about it. But here's my co-host.
Hey, man, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, John. Y'all go ahead and sit back, relax, give yourself something to drink, and let that be known. Sports. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Sitting there. I guess coming into this game like everybody else, wondering. I guess how could we squeak out a victory? How could we overcome the defense? That's been the story of the year. Can Dak, can Shotty, can the other guys on the offense figure out a way to overcome the faults of the defense? The defense hasn't been giving us nothing all year. They have been putrid. Today, they were decent. And this is what we've been praying for. A decent defense. Just be average. You don't have to be special. Average. Just don't give up stupid plays. Unnecessary plays. And this is exactly what they did. Shout out to Evilflus for not being stubborn. Man, we have had some stubborn coaches in the past who would just die on their sword by their philosophy. Instead of realizing, like, man, this ain't working. I need to try something else. It ain't working. And they played a lot more man today, and you can see guys looked a lot more comfortable because guys knew their assignments. It looks like in the zone, guys wasn't always sure of their assignments. And you can see like most of the plays we gave up came in zone. Right? It just came in zone. It just, and I would grant this, I would say this. It always isn't that they're always bad in zone, but zone does not work if you can't get pressure. Because the way zone is set up, there are open spots in the zone. There just is in every zone. There's open spots. So if you can't get pressure and the receiver or tight end is able to get to the open spot and sit down in the open spot of the zone, now your zone is compromised. And so it just goes hand in hand. And Dallas hasn't always been able to get pressure. We're struggling on that end. And when you're struggling on the pressure end, you have to play more man. You just do. Zone only works when you're able to really collapse the pocket and get pressure. So you have to play more man, which also forces the quarterback to be more accurate because he has a guy that's telling his guy. And so it was good. It was good to see that today. It was good to see complimentary football. I think for the first time all season, we played complimentary football where, they're going hand in hand, where it ain't just offense. It's like, man, defense are getting stops. They are finding ways to get off the field on third down. They're not beating themselves. It wasn't a whole bunch of stupid penalties. I think the back end covered pretty well this today, very well. The linebackers looked a little bit more comfortable. And we can get into some of the stuff that Evilflus did to make adjustments. Me and Jonathan talked about it a little bit on previous shows when I had brought up about bringing in Marquise Bell. I brought in about moving Donald Wilson into the box. And Evilflus did exactly that. We're gonna talk about it later in the show. But right now, we're going to get the fluff out the way, how, all the pretty stuff. But that was the defensive side of the ball. John, tell us what you've seen on the offensive side of the ball.
Pure explosion. Pure explosion. However you want it, you can get it. From the Y to the Z to the slot, out the backfield, from the tight end up the rail. However you want it, this offense can get that. It can give it to you. It is pick your poison, especially with CD coming back. Shout out to CD, making his way back. He actually made it back ahead of schedule. So shout out to him attacking his rehab. Man, it's beautiful right now on the offensive side of the ball, man. Especially when you have your players, your top guys back. Man, it's Dak was just dealing, man. He was just like, CD, you want some? Pig, you want some? And me and Dan talked about this earlier. Earlier in Dak's career, he never used to make those 50-50 ball throws. Not in the not when you're outside the red zone area. Now he's seeing Pig with one-on-one coverage.
It's going there.
It's going there. And Pickens has been cashing in on it. He's either with the grab, amazing grabs, or as a PI.
It's a PI.
Leads the league in for his PI yards. So it's a beautiful thing to see, man. I just hate that the defense isn't being complimentary, and we're asking. As far as complimentary, which is sad, we're just asking you just to be average or close to average. That's it.
Well, that was our hope the whole offseason.
Yeah.
Our hope was for the defense just to be average because we were so optimistic about the offense. We was like, man, this offense is going to be explosive on paper. The offense looked like man, and it's panning out to fill out exactly what we thought it was. We thought it was in the offseason. Man, you got CD who's already explosive. Then you add Pickens, who's also a number one guy along CD, and then Ferg tapping back into he's becoming Ferg again. And you got Turpin, and it's just weapons on, and then you find out weapons of Flournoy, and you just, and then you add the play calling of Shoddy. And I think the most underrated signing this year was Javonte Williams. He came into the season, nobody, thought nothing of him. They were still saying, well, Dallas needs to still go get a running back. and granted, a lot of us was too, because we was like, man, he coming off of a knee injury. Like, it just wasn't a whole lot of stock into him. And man, he's proven the world wrong. You talking about somebody who's coming out and proving people wrong? He's proving people wrong. And we hadn't had a back this efficient. We hadn't had a back this dominant, I should say, since Zeke was in his heyday.
That was 10 years ago.
Where you like, man, he gonna have 100 yards, or it's gonna be close to 100 yards, and he's gonna have a couple of plays where it's explosive, where he breaks for a 20-yard run. Like we hadn't had like running plays like that where it's like, man, he, like,
yeah. And to add to that, man, was this week 6, week 7, week 6, week 7. This week 7, and he's already close to 600 yards for the year, averaging 5.3 a pop. That's above average.
Man, that's explosive. You give Dak a running game like that with 5.5 yards a carry, with those weapons he got on the outside, and you could see the Commanders, they were just reeling because they was like, man, what do we do? Because like you can't double anybody. You can't just load up on a guy. Normally, last year when we just had CeeDee Lamb, they just would take him out the game. They just would double him and force somebody else to beat you. And they would just leave. It would just be Tolbert at 101. And we'll be just straight cooked, But this year, you add another weapon alongside him, And Dallas is basically saying, okay, if you're going to take one of them away, that means this guy here is going to be a one-on-one and our guy wins. More times than not, they win. And Commanders play a lot of man-to-man. That's Dan Quinn's system. He believes in it. He plays a lot of man-to-man. And CeeDee Lamb is a route technician. I knew he was going to have a big day. I said CeeDee going to have a big day because they play man-to-man, and that's right up his alley. He's a technician. That's what he is. Him and Pickens are two different type of receivers. Pickens is a 50-50 ball guy. He's a deep threat guy. He's a acrobat catching guy. He can run some routes, but those are his biggest superpowers is meet me downfield, meet me in the air. Hey, I make the tough catches. CD superpowers are I'm a route technician. I'm gonna run every route and I will get open unless you take me out the ball game. You will have to double me. CeeDee Lamb is a route technician. He can run deep routes, but that's really not his thing, And so it's a beautiful thing to see. And I think what's not being talked about a lot is Shoddy. Somebody who's able to do something with all this talent. We've been saying this for years. Dallas hasn't been void of talent. Like if you look at our past rosters, like man, we got some talent on this roster, man. We can't get nothing out of the talent. Like this ain't the first time Dallas has had a talented offense. This ain't the first time. But we will often come into games where it's like, man, this team ain't ready to play. They ain't ready to play. And thank you, Shotty, for receiving the ball. Thank you. Stop deferring it. You come out and swing first.
Because all they're doing, we starting out 7-0. No, man. Yeah. We literally just talked about that last week. Stop deferring that, man. It is not helping, especially with this defense. We need to come out and throw the first punch, man.
Use your superpower.
And then shout out to Shotty as well for winning the time possession. That's big, man.
5.5 yards of carry.
So we need to keep the defense off the field as much as we can. Although they played decent today, but just going forward, man, when we play Denver next week, Denver is no, small feat. So
I'm not as scared of Denver's offense. I mean, I'm not really scared of anybody's offense.
The big old,
I see him in there too. I'm not scared of anybody's offense.
Eyelashes on this fly.
You have to open that door, man. Let them get on out of there.
Yeah, hold on, man. Y'all keep going, man.
You ain't got nowhere to go. But I'm not really scared of anybody's offense per se, because I feel like our offense can match anybody's offense in the league. The only thing I'm scared of is the defense just really beating themselves. And outside of this game, previous games before, the defense was just giving up stupid plays. I mean, just guys just wide open. Nobody's on them. Everybody's looking confused. Like, who got him? Who man is that? Everybody just out of sorts. And this was like the first game all year where the defense looked like they kind of knew what they were doing. Everybody looked like they knew their assignments. They knew what they were supposed to do. And granted, we did play a lot more man. And we have all been asking, man, even Flukes, man, please play more man-to-man defense. Please. Because your guys look lost in zone. And we don't have the pass rush to complement the zone. So please play more man-to-man. He did that. They looked a little bit more comfortable. They were able to slow down the run game. which is always big and first and foremost. And one of my keys to the game was if we can limit Jaden Daniels running, we will beat them. If we make him a pocket quarterback, we will beat them. Right now, to me, he's the same as Jalen Hurts. If you keep them in the pocket, you nullify them. Jaden Hurts and Jaden Daniels, they're average pocket quarterbacks. Can they make throws? Yes, they can make throws. But are they dominant in there? No, they're not dominant. They become dominant. Uh-oh. The Commanders better put Jacoby Brooks in. He's a dog. They needed somebody in there, man, because they were getting spanked. You on mute, John.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, shout out to you, Harold. Yeah, I never heard of Jacoby Works, man, but yeah, at this point, man, yeah, you should have put him in. I don't think he even suited up, but shout out to him. Hey, man, you gotta start doing like Dan did, man. Start inboxing these owners, man, and these GMs.
Yeah, I
change,
mean,
man.
He a wide receiver. You guys have with McClure with Scary Terry out and Debo Samuel out. Y'all should have brought everybody up from the practice squad and put some better receivers out there. They should have definitely gave the young fella some run and let him get out there and see what he can do. But it's just, Dallas just made it a little bit difficult, man. He wanted to get outside the pocket, and they was on him, man. Every time he got out the pocket, there was a spy there on him, and he wasn't able to torch us for no 10, 15-yard runs. And
they made the tackles.
That's been a big thing, too.
Man. Because even if they catch the ball, make the tackle, secure the tackle.
But a lot of that comes from having the right people in the right place. And we'll talk about this. So we talked about Donovan Wilson needs to come out of the whole safety position.
Single high.
Because he's been in a single high position, and that's just not his strong suit. He cannot cover, especially not in space like that. Now, if you want to come down and you want to have him on a running back or something like that, perfect. He can flourish. When Dallas brought him down into the box, he flourishes down there. I've been and said it, moved Marquise Bell, put him up at top, and they did that. And I didn't know Wanya Thomas was gonna be out either. And I said, man, do we have any more DBs? Goodness gracious.
Man, we at our wits' end now, man.
You got Malik Hooker, he's on IR. Trayvon Diggs, we gonna talk about him. He talking about he got a concussion and he got it at home. I'm like, what could you possibly be doing at home to get a doggone concussion? I don't know what you could have been doing. Was you fighting at home? Was you jumping on your bunk beds and fell off? What were you doing to get a freaking concussion? Was you boxing? What happened for you to get a concussion? Now, some say this is this excuse because Diggs wants out of Dallas. This is some of the rumors that are floating around. We will know more as things progress. But we were sorely thin in the DB. I was praying nobody went down because I'm like, man, please don't let nobody go down. Because we got special team guys out here. And this is why I say that we can be average. Because when some of those starters come back and we continue to play some of this man-to-man, I believe that we can be an average defense. Once you get guys back like Malik Hooker, Demario Overshown, once you start getting some of these guys back, you start getting Kalen Carson into the fold.
Why he didn't play today? Because they say he practiced this week.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of run. Also Butler back into the fold.
Yeah.
Josh Butler back into the fold. So you got a lot of guys that you just kind of holding on until you can get some of these guys back to help out. And so but they played, man, they played well, man. They played good. These were two desperate teams coming into the game. Both teams needed a win, and this is a division win. And you don't want to lose a division game. You just don't want to lose a division game. And I believe Dallas, and I'm gonna say a bold statement. I believe we'll go undefeated in the division. Outside of this one Eagles loss. I don't think we're gonna lose no more division games. I said it. I stamp it. If I'm wrong, y'all come at me in the comments. But I stamp it.
Wow.
We won't lose no more in the division. We play the Eagles one more time. We play the Commanders one more time. We play the Giants one more time. We got 3 more division games. We will win those 3 division games. So you can pencil those in. So right now we got 6 games. So you can pencil those in. I know other teams don't really want to hear that. Like the Giants, man, they had a blunder. They had a terrible loss, man. I know they don't want to hear that. You know, they gave up 30 points in one quarter. I don't know how you do that. Even the Dallas defense didn't do that. We bad. But
we bad. But you ain't finna go no whole 30 on us
in a quarter?
Quarter? We can do it in 4, maybe 3.
Man, we get 30 and maybe 3 or something like that, but we ain't giving 30 in a quarter.
I think we had a game we gave it up in 2, but not no 1.
Not 1, man. That's
bad.
That's bad. You ain't playing at that point. You can't justify you playing defense. If you giving up 30 points, y'all just not playing no more. And so but man, shout out to those guys, man. They stepped in, they did what they need to do. And we said this, man, if the Dallas defense can if next week will be a telltale, if the Dallas defense comes out and they play average and they play decent ball next week, Jerry, get on the phones and make a freaking trade. Save your season. If they can come out and they prove that hey, this is who we are. We're average defense. We're decent. If they do that, you're going to make a trade so you can help them be better. And the one thing that's going to help them be better is you go get a freaking pass rush.
Yeah, because when you blitz and it don't look like a blitz.
We sent 5, 6 guys in there. They sent 5, 6 guys. I said, oh, yeah, we finna get them. Boy, did not a soul get in there. I said, oh, Lord, we in trouble.
When they complete the pass, I couldn't even be mad at the secondary. It's just like
Elam was like, dude, I can't cover the dude for 10 seconds, man. He was literally back there running for 10 seconds.
10 seconds. On a blitz.
Said, man, y'all send 6 men in there, man. Somebody need to get home.
Because
that ball better be coming out extremely fast.
Because we're in zero coverage back here, so somebody got to get home. Somebody, anybody.
Now, shout out to Clowney, man. He started making his presence felt.
Yeah.
He was getting in there, man. Got him a sack. Was batting them balls down. So he was making his presence felt. I think he'll be better as he continued to get situated within the defense and get some consistent snaps. He's not playing a ton of snaps, so get some consistent reps. He need to take some of Dante Fowler reps. Dante Fowler, he ain't giving him nothing.
Well, you should have sent him back to Washington, man, because he just taking up a spot here.
He ain't getting nothing. He worried about his glove. But you got gloves on. You ain't catching nothing.
You ain't catching nothing. You ain't tackling nothing. You ain't sacking nothing.
Ain't getting no
No
pressure.
pressure.
We just at this point, we just asking for pressure, let alone sacks. Just pressure.
And the few times we did get pressure, shout out to Duran pick six Bland.
That's what happened when you get true pressure. Either they're gonna get sacked or they're gonna have to throw an errant pass or a tough pass.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're man to man, say what you want about Diggs. I like our guys. When you're getting pressure and we in man to man, Diggs and pick six Bland, they will take the ball away.
No, that's a fact, man. Let me ask you this about Diggs, because Diggs have had some serious leg injuries, with the knees and things of that nature in like the last 3 years, I would say. Some serious leg injuries. Do you think he's damaged goods at this point?
I mean, I thought about it, man, but I don't really know.
I'm just saying, considering the money he's making.
Yeah, I don't really know because the defense has been so putrid, and you're not really playing. Matt Eberflus wasn't really playing to the strengths of the guys he had. So you come out and you're playing 90% zone, and that's not your team that you have. You have to understand the players that you have gotten. These players come up under Dan Quinn. And you have to understand the players you got. They came up under a man-to-man scheme. So now you adopted these players who are used to playing the man-to-man, and you throw them into a zone, and now they're basically trying to get comfortable with playing or learn a whole new identity, and it looks sloppy from everybody, not just from Diggs, Bland. I mean, the whole defense looked bad. It wasn't no bright spots on the defense. Everybody looked terrible. Everybody looked lost. Nobody looked like they knew where they were supposed to be, what they supposed to be doing. And that's what we were saying, like, man, we need to do something else because everybody looked lost. I don't know what Diggs is because I don't know. Now, if he comes back and we're playing this man-to-man, then I can get a good evaluation of what he is or what he isn't. Like, Bland was looking terrible. He was looking bad. They put him in man-to-man. Pick six Bland. Like, oh, there it is. We're waiting for a takeaway all year. There it is. We're going to get that in zone. Because that's just not the player. That's just not that's just not what he flourished in. It's almost like Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman was a zone-based corner. He wasn't a real man-to-man corner. He flourished in the cover 3, cover 2 zone scheme. But he was good at that. Now, when he left Seattle and started to go other places and they played man, he didn't look too well. He went to the 49ers. He went to, different places. He didn't look that well. And then like, man, Sherman's over the hill. It's just not his, it's not his forte. That's not his strength. There's very few guys who flourish in both. Like, it don't matter what we play. And it's not necessarily just a guy. It's a whole team thing. When you're playing zone, that's a team thing. It's instinctual, and you guys have to be on the string.
It's very dependent. Very dependent.
And you can tell they didn't trust each other. If they didn't cover 2, like it just wasn't no trust there. And so that's why I'm saying, like, I don't really know what he is. Now, if he plays next week and they playing a ton of man-to-man, they will get a good look at what he is.
So, going from there, I know you say you want to see a few more weeks and see how he interacts with Flus playing more man. hopefully continues going forward. Um, let's go ahead and address it, man. The concussion at home by the freak accident, and now it's starting to be rumors about him not wanting to be here going forward. What are your thoughts?
I think he was really upset about the Micah trade. That's obvious. Him and Michael, best friends. So I think he was down in the dumps about that trade. And just didn't like it. And then it didn't help that you come into the season and the defense is as putrid as it is. And he feels like, well, you're not going to get the best out of us unless you play according to our strengths. And at first, Matt Eberflus was like, he was hell bent on not playing man. You know, unless it was 3rd and 1, Matt Eberflus was not playing man. He was playing zone. And it was also telltale as well because offenses knew what you was in because you're playing 90% zone. So, like, even coming into this game, you can tell it kind of threw Jaden McDaniels off because he's expecting a lot of zone. And when Dallas jumped out there in that man, it made him hold the ball like, oh, shoot. Like, they in man. And it just kind of threw their whole game plan off. You can just tell. Because they didn't even come out and try to run the ball on us. They came out trying to air us out. Like every team has been doing. Like, man, we come out and air them out. They in the zone. We're going to bust this coverage up. And Matt Eberflus, credit to him, he threw a wrench in the plan. Came out. First play, it was man. I was shocked. I was like, oh, shoot. They in man. And so we should see. I don't know what would happen. And then a lot of factors play. Like, you get a guy like Overshown. Like, Overshown is a game wrecker. Just is. He's a guy that can wreck a game. With the blitz, he's a guy that can wreck the game. He can cover. He can cover ground fast. He's just a guy that can wreck the game. And so getting him back, getting some other guys back, like, it's going to be to see. And then if Jerry makes a trade, you can probably have a pretty good defense. I don't see them, obviously not going to be great or dominant, but, with the guys you can get back, with Matt Eberflus coaching better and a trade, you can have a good defense. You just can. You can have a good defense. Because what Overshown does is he pulls Sanborn off the field completely. Now I don't know what the deal with Sanborn is, but I like it. He been in
words right out of my mouth.
He been in concussion protocol for 2 weeks.
Keep him.
So I don't know what kind of concussion he got. I don't know if it's CTE or what, but whatever it is, send him on by his way. At least Murray, man, at least when he gets there, he makes the tackle. If he ain't lost, he helps you.
I can make the tackle. I just gotta be there. I just gotta be there.
Thought they was going left. They went right.
Right.
What happened, man? They faked me out, coach.
Can you imagine that in film study? Like, what was you thinking here?
But granted, today, man, he was there.
Him and Shamar James, man,
when they were running back was trying to run, they was popping it, man. They were hitting.
And shout out to them, man. They're in their commitment to stopping the run, man.
Them linebackers was shooting them gaps and they were getting there and hitting.
He was getting in there and hitting, man. And
that's what we've been missing.
And so it looks like officially, man, looks like Lil Fowler's taking not Duran Bland.
Damone Clark.
Damone's Clark spot because I haven't seen.
Damone Clark ain't played a whiff since week 3. God dog.
I haven't seen 18 nowhere near on the field. No,
I don't know what that's about.
no special teams, none of that. But
I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Because I hadn't seen him on special teams. I'm like, why he ain't on special teams?
So I'm guessing he's not dressing.
So I don't know. I don't know exactly what, why he's not even on special teams. So I was lost at that. I love the one linebacker look. I love it. I like it. I'm just a big fan of it. Unless I got linebackers who can actually be linebackers. I hate having big, slow, clunky linebackers out there who can't make plays. Give me DBs. We're gonna stop something. I got linebackers out there, they can't stop the run. They definitely ain't stopping the pass. If we can't stop the run, god dang it, we gonna stop the pass. Give me the DBs out here.
Facts.
I've been a big fan of that. I'm always a big fan of that. I learned that through Dan Quinn. He's a big component of that. He will put them DBs out there in a minute. Like, heck no.
Hey, you better add Marquise Bell. That man should make Pro Bowl just for the commitment going to it.
Like, we had no other choice because our linebackers were trash.
Non-existent. Man, at this point, man, I seen Vander Esch was there at the stadium today.
Boy, I was like, man, somebody asked him, can he play?
Play. You need the neck roll in the shoulder pads, man. I'm sure we still got your measurements in there, man.
Man, shoot, man. Somebody, man, we taking somebody's jersey out.
Come here.
Hey, man, take it out. Undressed. What you mean undressed? Undressed.
You in that?
Oh, man, shoot.
Put them grays on over there, man. You
boy.
It took Mozzie Smith because Mozzie Smith suited up today. I don't know why, but
I don't know why he in the NFL. Like, you have guys who want to make it to the NFL, and that's they accomplish their goal, and that's a great goal. If you reach it, that's great. You have guys who actually want to be good at what they do, and Mozzie just looked like he's just not that guy. Like, he's not too concerned about his craft and what he does.
But that's our fault because he told us this from the beginning. He said he didn't like football. He just liked hitting people.
He's not even doing that. We was excited because we was like, okay, as long as you hit somebody.
But, man, when they say this, man, we got to believe them because you got.
I mean, at least do what you like to do.
Man, it's different at this level. You gotta like football to excel in it.
Hit the guy in front of you.
He can't because he's still in the stance. They need to do like an advanced stat for that, like the slowest takeoff in the trenches.
He gonna win that. He gonna win that. His get off is horrendous.
That need to be studied. Can you imagine like the sports science behind that? Just like you might have like a negative.
Like his get off, like you watch the starters and their get off, then you watch him when he subs in, and you like, bruh. Like watch Solomon Thomas now, like watch their get off.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're splitting the double team. Yeah. Like they're getting there.
Like here, man. It's if you get out this slow, don't put your hand in the dirt.
I said that.
Do not put your hand there. If you that slow coming off that ball.
I said don't even rush. I said just jump back into a spot. I said that. I literally said that.
Man.
He'll be just better off just not even rushing. Because you get up that slow, man, you finna get drove.
Mm-hmm.
That old lineman finna push you back because you ain't got no base. You ain't ready to fight.
And shout out to our offensive line, man. We got
Booker came back ready to
Booker
fight, boy. He was
Hey,
trying to fight somebody, boy. I
hey,
like it.
I like it.
And then you put him with the center, he already want to fight. So I like it. I like it.
But yeah, man, shout out to them because Washington's front four, man, I think they get the most pressures in the league. So for them to handle business,
they were getting pressure, man, but they held their own, man. When you go up against a good team, especially like a Dan Quinn team, they're gonna generate pressure, man. And they was giving Dak time to make some plays. Dak was moving well in the pocket. Didn't have to do a ton of audibles because they didn't disguise a lot on the back end. So it wasn't a ton of motion either because you can just see what they was in. And they played a ton of man, so it wasn't like you had to figure out what they were doing. And Dallas just shredded them apart. Like, I know what you're in. Like, my guy versus your guy.
Mm-hmm. And then shout out to Devontae Turpin, man. You were sorely missed on these kickoffs and
boy,
return.
Whoever they got back there is slow as dirt.
I forgot who it was, but whoever it was,
Copper, what's his name?
The Terrence. No, not Terrence Cropper.
Jalen Cropper.
Jalen Cropper. I think Jalen Copper or Cropper, one of the two.
Boy, he's slow. I'm like, boy, get out of the break. Go. When you get the ball, you got to be in sprint.
Go.
You ain't got time to. If you got a slow stride, return is not for you.
And shout out to my boy Wanye Thomas, man, because he fast. It just takes him a while to get unwound. But yeah, man, you can see on that one return, going up the right sideline, when you actually kick to Turpin, you give him a little space, man.
He has that burst, man. If you're not covering well, it's good night.
Yeah. So it's
because he catch the ball. When he catch the ball, he has a great acceleration, and that's what you need for returners. That's one that you need vision, you need guts, because it takes guts to play returner. I returned kicks one game, and I was like, I'm done.
Now you gotta be a little crazy, man, to return, do pumps and kick off. Man.
They were like, "You sure?" And when I got back there, and you're looking, and they coming, and you got to eye the ball in, and it's like you have to be kind of crazy, like you're playing chicken, basically.
Yeah.
Like whether you're gonna return it or you're gonna just chicken out and just say, "Hey, fair catch." So you have to kind of like you have to really like football. That's one of those positions where like we're gonna really see if you like football, because you're gonna take some hits, because you're gonna guess wrong.
Boy, speaking of hits, did you see when
I don't know
McCaffrey?
I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he dang near killed himself. Dang near broke his doggone neck. I don't know what he was thinking. No, it wasn't even a hurdle moment. I don't know why he thought he can jump over all them people.
The guys from Dallas like, bro, like, what do you?
They hit him and they turned around and looked at him like, why would you even do that? They hit him and he on the ground.
He hit the ground so hard. Boom.
It knocked the wind out of him. That's what really happened to him. That's all that happened to him. He knocked the wind out of himself. And they were trying to get him up. Boy, he couldn't move. They couldn't get him up. Boy, they knocked all the juice out of him on that, boy. They knocked all that juice, all the Gatorade juice out of him.
He jumped and then guy from Dallas just cleaned him up on the way down.
Boy, I know his mouth dry, boy. Dry, boy, like eating a Popeye's biscuit.
Ooh, that's dry.
Boy, with no bed.
Nope.
You ever eat something so dry, you just gotta start letting it come out your mouth. You ever ate something so dry, something so nasty to where you just refuse to digest it? It just starts to come out. You just gotta grab it. Get it out. Man. Boy, he took a hit, man. He gotta be careful doing that mess, man. They cleaned him up, man. They hit them legs, and man, his teammate was trying to catch him, but he didn't get there in time enough, man. He hit that ground hard. And myself was like, man, did the ball come out? I just get another field.
Somebody
get a field goal out there.
Field goal out this, yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's shout out to him. He held on to it, man. Even though y'all gonna kill himself. And that's another testament.
I told people, them Jaden McDaniels was not going to be as great as he was his rookie year. I told him. I said this is CJ Stroud 2.0.
Yeah, you got film on him.
CJ Stroud had a great rookie year. They crowned him. Oh, he's top 5. Jaden McDaniels had a great rookie year. They crowned him. Oh, he's top 5. And I said, man, he ain't gonna look that good next year.
No, man, it's like only like a handful of quarterbacks in the NFL history that's come out the gate hot like that and continue. The rest of them, they have to develop, man, especially once you get film on them, man. Once you get film on it, then you got to take another step.
I mean,
work through that.
Especially if you take away their superpower. Like his superpower is his ability to use his legs. You limit that, he doesn't look as impressive. Now, you let him get outside the pocket and he get the wheeling and dealing and running, now you got a problem. It's the same with him, Justin Hurts, Lamar Jackson. That's why Lamar Jackson doesn't look good in the playoffs. Teams don't let him run. They just say, hey, man, if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to do it in the pocket.
And you can start to see that this season. We're not letting you get out the pocket. We're going to contain you. You're going to turn into a pocket passer player.
You're going to dot us up.
That's not your strong suit.
They keep a spy all the time. They keep a DB down there. And
lane integrity.
The moment you start leaking out, that DB is right on your neck.
Yep. So,
that's why he doesn't look good in the playoffs. His team they take away what you do well. Like, you're going to give up something.
Facts.
But we're not going to give you what you do well, what you excel at, which is your legs. We're not going to give you that. Now, if you come out here and you bomb us away for 500 yards, okay, cool. That's why we were so hard on Dak. It was like, man, run.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give you that, Dak. They're going to let you scramble out. They're not going to keep a spy on you. Run. It's not saying that you have to run every time, but like when it presents itself, get out of there. And Dak has been doing it. Like, if nothing ain't open, he getting out of there. You ain't got to force it. Get out of there.
Get out of there, yeah. And he actually throws well on the run. So, no, man, especially now, man, it just, like I said, it's an abundance of riches on this side of the ball. And just to prove how explosive they is, the play right before halftime, man, that drive there, man, how quickly we got down that field.
I knew he was getting some type of points. We got 49 seconds with 2 timeouts.
Yep.
We getting some type of points.
And he ended up getting a tud out of it.
Because you're in that man-to-man. That was the time to go zone.
Yeah.
I would have held us to a field goal at best, but I wouldn't have gave up no deep pass.
And that's part of the purpose of a zone, is to make you chip away at it rather than the big chunks. What hurts Dallas when we play zone, they getting the big chunks.
They giving up everything. They getting the chunks They get nibbles and kibbles and bits. They getting everything. That was our problem. We was like, man, can we not give up
one of them.
everything?
Cause we was giving up everything.
My land, we giving up quick slants, check downs.
Downs,
It don't
over
make
the top, deep
over the top.
overs,
It don't
9
make
routes,
curls and comebacks, everything.
Whatever they dialed up, that we was giving it to them.
But I knew they was in trouble. I said, "Oh, they came out here in this man to man." I said, "It's gonna be some problems." And sure enough, Dak seen that man to man, and he knew exactly where he was going.
I mean, is it?
He slid that tight end in, then running back up for max protection. I said, he going deep. When he did that, I said, he going deep.
He going deep.
He called that max protection. You would thought the DBs would have knew, like, hey, let me get some depth.
Right.
He called max protection in. Let me back up.
Nope. I'm going right past.
He probably finna try to take a shot.
Yep.
And Lattimore called himself trying to get up and press, and got smoked.
Gave it the inside release. He ended up running to his own man down the field.
Dak dropped that sucker right in there.
And shout out to Dak, man. Today, especially, he's been doing it all year, but he dropped some dimes today, boy. Like in the bucket. Especially to George Pickens on those sideline routes, man.
He dropping it right in there, man.
I mean, in the bucket, man.
Shout out to Pickens, man. They threw a lot of dirt on your name. They did. They threw dirt on your name.
Before we get out of here, to my Pittsburgh family, shout out to y'all. Hope y'all doing well. I told y'all I was gonna do that. I told y'all to tune in. I know y'all hard to find now after the Unk Bowl. Didn't they lost, right?
They lost,
right?
Lost
yeah, to a 40-year-old. He only been there 5 days.
I mean, there 5 days.
Came in there and cooked y'all.
That man said he didn't even know all the plays.
He didn't know all the plays.
They were calling stuff. He was like, huh?
Just throw here, man.
Like going to the huddle, like, hey, I get the ball on this route here. Oh, all right.
And came out there and cooked y'all. Jamar Chase had the field day with.
He was going to work.
Whoever he went on both sides and gave both of y'all corners the business.
T. Higgins was going to work.
Higgins going to work.
They were going to work out there.
They going to work on y'all. What we do, we wouldn't handle business. We stood on business today. We dominated today. That's what we did. So shout out to y'all. Y'all call me everything but a child of God. I'm back on top. That's all I got.
Man, all we got to say, man, we them boys.
We don't. Matter of fact, I think it's a game. You think it's a game?
We them boys, man.
We them boys.
Lovers or haters, man. We them boys. Y'all like to watch us. We them boys, man.
We them boys.
It's entertaining, man. Like whether you hate them or you love them, man. It's must see TV. And especially with this offense this year, whether they win or lose.
Wish I could play that 50 cent a game. We on top. Wish I could play it. We wouldn't get struck.
They're gonna hit us with the copyright. They gonna take the whole thing down. Man, but we looking good. We got something to build off of, man. The defense, I feel like have something. I think the defense more. The offense know who they are. Right? They know who they are. It was more about the defense trying to find some form of identity, like who they can tap into. Like how should we play? And that's what has been the biggest issue. They don't know what should we do. And I think Eberflus finally found something that, like, okay, we can build off of this. Okay, this is a good mixture. He still plays some zone, but he wasn't hell bent on, overloading, in zone. Like we just gonna come out And y'all, we just gonna be in the zone, right or wrong, indifferent. Y'all, we were so bad. We was playing zone and red zone.
That's how they scored today.
All year we've been doing that crap. We've been lining up in the red zone, in zone. All year we've been doing it. And the receivers just turn around and just catch the ball.
Go to open spot right in between you players.
We stopped them on their first conversion when they tried to convert too, because we was in man. Shout out to the run Bland for making a heck of a tackle. You know, so like, man, we just, you know, now we get a pass rusher, then yeah, you can dabble in a little zone, you know, but if you ain't got no pressure, you need them DBs to be up on their receiver.
Put some hands on.
They need to be up on the receiver. Now, shout out to Kenneth Murray. He got a PI for this, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Stop letting that tight end just run up through there, and ain't nobody on him, nobody touch him. He just run up through there and just turn around and catch him. Hit him! God dang it! I take the PI. Matt Eberflus like he wasn't even mad. God dang it! It's like Matt Eberflus finally told him, like, man, don't let this man just run across your face.
Right. Show some type of resistance.
Now you ain't supposed to hit him that hard. He knocked him out. They normally want you just to chuck him and let him go. Now he tried to knock him out. Now you're gonna get the PI for that. You know, now if he had just hit him with the little arm ball running by, that would have been enough. But before they were just running, man. Like, and so shout out to him, man, for, you know, the effort, man. You see these guys, they want to play, man. They want to get it right. Nobody's giving up. Nobody quit. You know, it would have been easier for the defense to quit. Saying, man, look, man, we trash. You know, but they not doing that, man. Them guys want to be better. They want to play good, and I like players like that who want to come out there and they want to change the narrative. You know, they want to be coached because the linebackers, they were shooting the gaps today. They weren't letting the running back just run up through there.
The correct gaps.
I mean, they was even shooting the correct gaps. It was just the timing was bad.
Man, you go back and look at that film, man.
How you shoot? They shot one. Sanborn and Murray shot the right gap. The running back sat there and waited for them to run right by him, and then he took off through the gap. I said, nobody's gonna stop and get the running back. Just shot the gap with no integrity to hit. And we just sitting there like, the commentator like, well, they shot the right gap. They just didn't tackle the running back. He just standing there. I said, boy, we in a bad way. Like, a lot of that wasn't no Eberflus, man. A lot of it wasn't no Eberflus. You know, a lot of it was execution, but you know, it was they both had a hand in it. Because a lot of guys were confused. They were thoroughly confused. But you know, shout out to them, man. They did their job. They played well. They made the plays that needed to be made. They didn't give up any silly stuff, you know, unnecessary bombs because you just not paying attention or you don't know where you're supposed to be, you know. So shout out to them. DBs really covered great. I would say I would give them an A+, and the reason why I give them an A+ because we had zero pressure. I know some people like, I mean, A+. We had zero pressure. And for them to go out there and cover that way with zero pressure, yeah.
I don't know if I would say A+, man. I'd say probably a B. And And the only reason why I say B, I have to see that against a little
I'm
bit
just
more
I'm just saying
talented.
I'm just saying for today. Now, what they might do next
Yeah,
game, I don't know. But for today, they cover great with the count of not getting any pressure.
yeah.
Now,
I,
can they double up on that? That's remained to be seen. We don't know if this is an anomaly or if this can be who they can be. That's a whole other different story. But just for today, I gave them an A for today for being able to cover, and you just couldn't get home. Like the amount of sacks that we supposed to have with him holding the ball in the pocket, like, yeah. And for them to be able to hold the coverage back there, he had to throw the ball away several times. That's because of coverage. It's just ain't nobody open. Now, whether they gonna go to Denver and they gonna do the same thing, I don't know. Don't nobody know. Because we don't know what this defense is. Now they can go to Denver and do this. Then now we're talking about maybe this is who we can become. But today we're not saying that this is who they are. We're not saying that they some stellar defense they can cover. It don't matter who. No. I'm saying just for today, they did their job. The DBs covered great. Now going to Denver, they could wet the bed again. It's very capable of doing that. But we hoping that they can build off of what they did today and go to Denver and granted, they don't have to be perfect. Don't have to be perfect. You know, uh, but they do have to be competent. They have to be competent. They can't go out there and look like a college football team. Because some of these weeks we were looking like college football teams. D2.
that's a fact there, man.
JUCO.
So
I ain't man. That Chicago Bears game, boy, they look like a JUCO team.
that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, man. So next we play Broncos, and then we play the Cardinals, and then the Raiders.
When is our bye week?
Our bye week is in week, I want to say 10. No, it's not week 10. Yeah, it is week 10. So we play at Denver, then Arizona, then we have our bye. Then we come back and play
Chiefs.
the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah, we play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving.
We got to get these three.
We got to get these three.
We got to get these three.
So we have Denver, Arizona, the Raiders. Then we play Philly here. And then after Philly, then we play Kansas City for Thanksgiving. So if we can get these next three, man, that'd be huge, man. That'll put us at 6-3-1.
Before the bye.
For the bye.
I think we're gonna beat Philly. I'm telling you.
I think we're gonna beat Philly, man, because Philly is there just to be had, man.
We're gonna beat Philly. We would have beat them week 1. If CeeDee Lamb
just catch the freaking ball.
He freaking wet the bed. He missed every clutch throw, every clutch catch, and they would hit him in the chest.
So, yeah, they can be if we can somehow beat Denver, in Arizona, we can get Arizona. We can get Vegas. Vegas got dubbed today, 31-0.
Oh, we ain't worried about the Raiders.
So they can be had.
The Raiders don't hung it up for the season. they tank.
They paid Geno all that money.
I don't know why. I don't know why they went out and did that. That was the dumbest thing. The two dumbest thing they ever did was pay Geno all that money and then drop the running back that high with no offensive line. That was the stupidest thing you could have ever done.
Mm-hmm. But they did it though.
Why not build an offensive line? Why you go get a young running back? He talented, but if you ain't got an offensive line, it don't matter what you got in the backfield or what kind of weapons you got outside. So we shall see, man. Going up against that, man, but our next feed is Denver. Denver's a team up. They kind of opportunistic. They kind of want you to, they kind of, prey on your downfalls or your mistakes. And, Dallas have to come in, limit their mistakes, and kind of make, JJ McCarthy beat them from the pocket. Keep him inside the pocket.
My Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, whatever his name is. Little Bo, Big Bo. Keep him in the pocket. Make him deliver strikes from the pocket. Defense, just don't give up stupid plays. That's all we're asking. Just don't give up stupid plays. Like, don't let a guy be butt naked downfield. Like, just don't do that. You're muted.
So I think it's just like one quarterback on our remaining schedule that's you have to worry about just sitting back there picking your part, and that's Patrick Mahomes. But everybody else, you want to make them that. But outside of that, Jalen Hurts, you want him to make him a pocket passer. Trash. Kyler Murray, same thing.
I would call
trash.
I would call
No, I'm saying from the pocket. Man, Jalen Hurts from the pocket is trash. What are we looking at? You see that? You have AJ Brown over there reading books.
Hey, they got it the other day, man. He was throwing that thing today.
Bro, look who they play, bro. What is that? Got to be his first time on a consistent basis. If you want to be Jalen Hurts,
that's what you want him to do. You want him to be in the pocket,
because he gonna overthrow. He can't read defenses. He inaccurate.
You want them to stay in the pocket, man. You want to try to get some pressure on them, man. That's kind of their thing. So,
same with Gino. Gino can't read. That boy can't read nothing to save his life. He got two there. He's still gonna throw that thing right to him. Gino would give that thing to you. I mean, my goodness. Now we do want to get when we face Detroit, we want to get him off his square. We don't want him sitting back there. What's his name?
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Put him on the run.
They're more of a timing based offense. So that's the kind of way that they offense operate.
Run a West Coast offense.
Yeah, so it's more of a timing type of ordeal. When the initial guy doesn't get open or they don't get open on the play, that's kind of when you can have success, because now Jared Goff has to make something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just not what he thrives in. They like to run the football, run it well, and then when they pass, it's normally somebody schemed open or somebody, it's a good, good throw open. And so, we shall see. By that time, we should have a lot of guys back.
Yeah.
So, so we'll see what happens and what unfolds. And by that time, if Jerry makes a move, we've been made a move by then.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It could be a whole completely different defense, depending on what happens. And you get guys back, and you go get a talented pass rusher, and you put him out there with Overshown, and you have Malik Hooker back, and you have all these guys back. You could be looking at a different style of defense, because if you can generate pressure, I believe in our back end. I just do. We seen it today. Like they play man to man, and they look decent. They look pretty good. Now, if you add some pressure with that man to man, now we cooking with something. Now I don't know what Marcus Mariota was thinking when he threw that ball. I don't know.
That man Marcus over there taking a nap on that bench.
Yeah, Marcus. Huh?
Probably ain't know where his helmet was.
I was over there eating a hot dog like Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Mark, he had that wilding now.
For the Commanders, man, I think they might have to mail it in, man. Debo probably gonna miss some time, and Scary Terry gonna miss some time. Look like Jaden McDaniels gonna miss some time. It look like it could potentially be his hamstring. So
they're supposed to be doing the MRI on it tomorrow. So
that's tricky. Yeah. So they got a lot of their guys gonna be missing some significant time. So, and they don't have a favorable schedule.
Nah, man,
let me see if I can pull up their schedule for the Commander fans.
So they at the Chiefs next week.
That's what I'm saying. So
Seahawks is pretty good this year. So you got Chiefs, Seahawks. Ooh, Lions.
Chiefs, Seahawks, Lions. They're gonna beat the Dolphins.
Everybody beating the Dolphins. So
Broncos, they're gonna lose there.
Vikings. I think the Vikings can.
That's iffy. That's they might lose to the Giants. You don't come strapped up.
Hey, them Giants, they lost today, but they
gonna lose these last. They gonna lose these last three. They got Philly, us, and then Philly. They ain't gonna be there.
They ain't gonna be there. Yeah, they ain't gonna be there with Doc.
Y'all probably gonna finish last in the division, dog. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, because
look to your schedule. Last year, y'all had an easy schedule last year. Mm-hmm. We kept telling y'all that. Man, your schedule was easy. This year, they said, okay, let's see how good you is. They put some dogs on their schedule.
You got,
I don't know why they gave the NFC East the hardest schedule out of everybody in football. I think all of us in the NFC East got a tough schedule.
Well, the Super Bowl came through the NFC East, so
I'll give it to Philly.
But they're gonna.
Why we got a freaking hard schedule?
That's how it be, bro.
We won like 6-7 games last year.
But they got and he had just came back from injury. And so that thing with the hamstring, it's tough, man. You cannot play with that.
I mean, you don't never know when it's really healed, really, until you really get out and test it.
And you got to be off of it. Well, normally you have to be off of it, but
because it can feel fine while you're walking or jogging, but the moment you really start to plant and trying to get out of somewhere,
push off on it,
and that hamstring grab you, boy, I'm telling you, for those who hadn't had a hamstring injury, I'm telling you, it shuts you down.
Nah, man, that's Lamar Jackson. He over there sitting down.
Dak dealt with that last year. His hamstring off the bone, man. Had to go get it surgically repaired. Like, it's just one thing that you just can't get over. It's either it's gonna take time. It's very rare that you can bounce back quickly from a hamstring.
That's a fact.
It's almost like pulling a muscle in your back. It just takes time.
Yeah.
So, or like turf toe, it just takes time. It's just one of those things. It just takes time.
Yeah, then it's time, and then it turns into tolerance. So, no, man, that's.
Then you're just hoping, I pray that the young fella ain't got no serious injury, like no ligaments or, nothing like that happen, especially when you, other players who deal with turf toe. Like, you just hope that it's just turf toe. Hoping ain't no ligaments in there that's messed up, and nothing like that. So, So I know people on Twitter was giving him a hard time, calling him the next RG3. And I said, "Oh, that's tough, boy." I said, "That's tough."
You don't want that jacket, man.
I said, "That's tough." RG3 was talented, man. Just the injury,
Just
and
robbed him.
he was a runner, man. Like, and that's the thing you face with running quarterbacks, man. When they run, like, you have to deal with stuff like that.
Is this Jada Daniels? This is third year or second year?
This is second year.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just give him a little time.
I mean, he had injuries last year too. Just they had such an easy schedule.
Yeah, they was coasting.
Like, and then the games they were winning, they were like miracle games they were winning. It was just like, bro, y'all can't keep this up. Like y'all shouldn't have won that game.
Don't
But
that sound like Philly this year?
you couldn't tell them nothing. Like, bro, y'all shouldn't have won that game, bro. That's not good football. Like, that's not gonna last. Like, you pull it off on a bad team. Like, when you start playing decent teams, you're not gonna win that. You're gonna get your tail blew out.
Facts.
And that's what you're seeing this year. Like, you play bad against a good team, they're gonna blow you out. They came in and played bad against us. We blew them out, as we should have.
Yeah. I don't know. This score maybe 44 on you. Could have scored 50 if they really tried.
They just ran it and punt. I mean, it wasn't no need to come out there. I wanted Pickens to get his 100. I ain't gonna lie. I was telling him to throw it.
I want Anna to,
I was telling them to throw it, but they came out, man. And man, they took all the receivers out, took the running back out. They should have took Dak out too. I don't know why he was out there for the last 2 minutes of the game. I don't want nothing stupid to happen. Nothing. Especially when the game is out of reach. Like,
let Joe Milton get in there, throw a couple picks.
No, heck no. No, get in there and hand that ball off. That's what you do. You better not throw nothing. You better throw that ball in that running back gut. That's all you better be doing. Don't come out here and throw nothing, boy.
You want to see drop back. It ain't a throw he don't like.
Man, he can throw. He got power.
He's no aim, but he got the power.
He ain't got no aim, boy. No accuracy, boy. He got power, boy. He can throw that thing, boy, hard, boy. Should have been a pitcher, man. But no. I just wanted him to take out Dak as well. The last 2 minutes, I wanted him to take out Dak, but he stayed in. I didn't want nothing stupid to happen. Somebody end up tripping, you fall on them. It's just stuff that happens. It's just be like, oh man, he shouldn't even been in the game. Like, So, but nah, I would have bitched him and put Joe Milton in. But there's neither here or there. But Dallas played a good game. We was wondering how they was gonna bounce back, and they came in, they bounced back, man, and it's off to the next one, man. Let's see if they can stack wins, man. A lot of these games coming up are winnable games. I think Dallas is a better team, so I think Dallas is better than Denver. I think Dallas is better than the Cardinals. I think they're better than Philly. I think they're better than the Raiders. I think they're even better than the Chiefs. It ain't too many teams that I think that can really beat Dallas if Dallas is on top of the square. If the defense is playing average, I pick Dallas. Just because the offense is just so high powered. It puts you in a compromising position. When the Commanders couldn't score, I said, uh-oh. Ball game. I said, if you can't keep up,
that's a fact.
It's ball game. That's why I say it's hard to play Dallas. If the defense is average, it's hard to play Dallas. Because Dallas, they score, and they score fast. And Shotty is aggressive, especially when he needs to be. Like, we get close to midfield, we're going for it. We're going for it. It just is. We're aggressive. You know, even with the kicker we got, we still be going for it. And I like it. You know, you got that much talent and you can't get 1 yard. We got all this talent. We can get 1 yard.
Yeah. You fall forward and get that yard.
You know, but, you know, man, it was a good showing today. Dak for MVP. I'm going to keep yelling it. No matter how much they try to hate on my guy, I'm going to keep yelling. I'm going to keep screaming it from the mountaintop. Dak for MVP. And hopefully the defense can back him up on that. But we shall see how this thing unfolds. And we'll see what happened with Diggs. If it was really a concussion or if it's something else.
I'm just thoroughly just trying to figure out what that honky possibly get concussed on.
I don't know what activity he could have been doing.
I mean, it just...
As a grown man, I don't know what activity he could have actually been doing to get a concussion other than fighting or jumping in the bed. I don't know what he could have been doing.
I don't know if he wrestling with the stepson. Let me leave that alone. Leave that alone. That's for the other show. That's not for this show.
Man. But man, it is what it is, man. Y'all got any statements and questions, man? Leave it in the comments, man. Hit us up on social media, man. You can follow us on social media and let that be known, man. Anything you want to say, we will get back to you, man. We will respond. That goes for our fans. That like, share, subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Hit that. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. And we will be here all season, man. Repping, win or loss. But today we got that dub. And we will get another one. I'm saying it. We will be Denver. I called it. So until next time, peace out.